This CDF annual conference is a great tradition where we can sum up the events of the year and reflect on the challenges ahead. And then hopefully we can come back very inspired and with new energy at the beginning of the next year. And I think the energy and inspiration is much needed, as 2022 will be an important and challenging year for Serbia. The multiple elections coming up will hopefully be an opportunity for a democratic recovery of the country. And a part of this process needs and requires a political opposition with proposals to address the structural challenges of the Serbian economy and labor market that Natasha mentioned in the introduction. I think the opening of the new clusters in EU negotiation, focusing on green agenda and energy transition, is also a great challenge for Serbia in the coming year. And as the recent protests around the mining sector illustrates, it's a difficult balance to be found in the energy transition. And I think it's only possible to do that within a deeper dialogue in society with all the stakeholders. If not, this process, very necessary process, will not be legitimate and will not be supported by the people that will be affected by this necessary transition. And right today, some of the leaders of the region, and I guess that's their excuse for not being present at this conference, are meeting in Albania to discuss the Open Balkans initiative, and including a plan and a vision for a regional labor market. And again, we had a recent case in Serbia of Vietnamese forced labor that illustrates what's at stake here. I think there is a definite need for a regional labor market, but there is also a definite need for clear regulations and rules on how this market will function. And the leaders that are now discussing the Open Balkans, I know recently had a session and a meeting with business leaders from the region to discuss this. And I hope they will also have a similar meeting to discuss with trade union movement and labor organizations to discuss the implications that a regional labor market will bring. But that, of course, requires that the trade union movement in the region works more closely together, and that labor organizations such as CDF and others are involved in this discussion and are able to come up with the proposals of how this market would work. And I think all of these challenges ahead relates to the economic development model. And as history and also present examples shows us, that we can achieve quick growth and we can build impressive skyscrapers on slavery. But it's only democratic societies that can create and combine economic growth sustainable over time with decent working conditions. And this is the challenge and the task that we all jointly have to propose policies and politics to achieve this. And we at the Olof Palme International Centers, we're a long-time partner to CDF and very proud to be that. And I hope that this annual conference will be as inspiring as it usually is. So I look forward to an interesting day of good discussions.